الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدونه مكتوبا عندهم في التوراة والإنجيل.
That was a verse in the Quran. It was verse number 157 in chapter number 7. The translation goes as, those who follow the messenger, the unlettered prophet, whom they find mentioned in the Torah and the Gospel. So this is a proof that Prophet Muhammad is mentioned in the Bible.
Muhammad is not mentioned anywhere in the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible does it make reference to Muhammad or any of the things that he did.
The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has been mentioned in the Old Testament of the Bible by reference. Looking in Deuteronomy 18:18, where it says, I shall raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto you, and I shall put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I command him. So here we notice a few things. One, God is speaking about the brethren. The brethren of who? Like unto you. Like unto you is Moses. Who are the brethren of Moses? If we go back in the line, all the way back to Abraham, peace be upon him, where he had two sons, Isaac and Ishmael. Basically, the tribes from Israel, which Moses belonged to, came from Isaac. And the brethren of Isaac was Ishmael. So this is their brethren. This is where the prophet's going to come from. He will be like Moses. And who is the prophet most like Moses? This is the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Also from this, he shall speak my words which I put in his mouth, and he will tell, all that I command him. This is exactly the Prophet Muhammad, how the revelation came to him. Where the angel would receive revelation from God, and then directly he would say it to the Prophet Muhammad, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would command it and tell it to his followers.
This is talking about Jesus. It is clearly about Jesus. Everything that Jesus said or did came directly from God. In the New Testament, Jesus, he asserts this 7 times in the New Testament, that everything he does, everything he says comes directly from God.
The first point, Moses and Muhammad had natural births, but Jesus had an unnatural birth. Number 2, the family life of Moses and Muhammad was normal. They were both married, they both had children, but Jesus was not married and he did not have children. Number 3, the death of Moses and Muhammad was natural, but Jesus was raised to Allah. Number 4, the career of Moses and Muhammad. They were both prophets and statesmen, but Jesus was only a prophet. Number 5, both Moses and Muhammad were forced to immigrate in adulthood. Prophet Moses was forced to Midian, and Prophet Muhammad was forced to Medina, but Jesus had nothing of that sort. Number 6, the encounters with the enemies of Moses and Muhammad. Both of them were involved in hot pursuits and battles, but Jesus had, again, nothing of that sort. And with regards to the results of those encounters, number 7, both Moses and Muhammad had moral and physical victories, but Jesus had only a spiritual or moral victory. Number 8, both prophets Moses and Muhammad were sent down from mountains. Moses was sent down from Mount Sinai. Muhammad was sent down from Mount An-Nur. Jesus, again, was not sent down from a mountain. Number 9, the writing down of revelation. In the lifetime of Moses and Muhammad, their scriptural revelations were both written down. But Jesus, his gospel was not written down. It was an oral message. The nature of their teachings. Number 10, the teachings of Moses and Muhammad was spiritual as well as legal, but the teachings of Jesus was only spiritual. And the last point, number 11, the acceptance of leadership. Both Moses and Muhammad were accepted by their people, the majority of their people, during their lifetime, but Jesus was, of course, rejected and then later accepted.
With regard to point number 11, the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 11, says about Jesus, He came unto His own, but His own received Him not. So clearly, these 11 points prove that Moses is more similar to Muhammad than he is similar to Jesus.
So another reference to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is actually found in the book of Isaiah, chapter number 29, verse 12, where it says, And the book is given to him who is illiterate, saying, Please read this. And he says, I cannot read.
Again, this is not Muhammad. When they're talking about not learn here, not being able to read, they're not talking about academic reading, it's spiritual. They're talking about the spiritual deafness of the people. Which what happened? This is a prophecy, the people will be unlearned.
In the year of 610, Common Era, Gabriel came to the Prophet Muhammad. And he told him, read. And Prophet Muhammad says, I can't read. In Arabic it goes, Iqra, and he says, Ma ana biqari. This is the same story that all Muslims knows about the first revelation to the Prophet Muhammad. And this is the same as in the verse in the Bible.
Muhammad is not in the Bible. Just show me one place in the Bible where Muhammad is mentioned by name. My Bible's in English. I said, show me the Bible. I want to see where Muhammad is.
As you just heard from the Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16, in the original Hebrew language, Hekko Mamtakim Becholo Mahamedim. Who is this Muhammad mentioned in the Bible? This is a name for the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad. And the im at the end of Muhammad is a plural of respect for God's Prophet, just like God Himself has given a plural of respect in His name Elo, or Elohim.
So, the verse we just looked at here in the Hebrew was from the Song of Solomon, chapter number 5, verse number 16, where it says, "He is altogether lovely." And this is referring to the name Muhammad, or Muhammadim, as it's pronounced there. The thing is, though, this chapter, some biblical scholars have said that this is referring to Jesus, when in fact it's not referring to Jesus, and the name Muhammad is found there specifically. So this chapter, this parable that's here, is referring specifically to the Prophet Muhammad, and they translated his name as it is translated. But you don't translate names. This is a name. It should remain there. You don't translate Benjamin as son of the right. As in Arabic, Binyamin. You don't say son of the right. You leave his name as Benjamin. So this is a perfect example where the Prophet Muhammad is mentioned by name in the Old Testament.
I have read the Bible many, many times, and not once have I ever heard Muhammad or Mohammedim anywhere in the Bible. It's not there.
وَإِذْ قَالَ عِيسَى ابْنُ مَرْيَمَ يَا بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ إِنِّي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ إِلَيْكُمْ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيَّ مِنَ التَّوْرَاةِ وَمُبَشِّرًا بِرَسُولٍ يَأْتِي مِن بَعْدِ اسْمُهُ أَحْمَدَ.
That verse was verse number 6 in chapter 61. God says, and this is the translation in English, "And remember, when Jesus, the son of Mary, said, O children of Israel,